Hello, Christopher Brent here, coming to you today with a musical podcast on the subject of transposing in music. So, what are the benefits of being able to transpose as a musician? Let's talk about this. Let's break this down. This is an important topic, especially if you want to play music professionally. So, I am a piano teacher, a music educator, and a pianist from Michigan here in the United States. And today I was working on sight reading and transposing with some students, and a light bulb went off in my head. And I said, I have to make a podcast talking about the benefits of being able to transpose as a musician. So first, what does it mean to transpose? So when you want to take a piece of music and simply move it to another key, you will be transposing. That's what it means to do. So if you want to take a piece of music that's in C major and move it to F major, you will have to transpose. So in that case, if you're going from C major to F major, everything would be going up a fourth in that particular instance. So being able to transpose will help you in a lot of situations professionally, especially if you are an accompanist working with vocalists. So I've been in this situation many times. A vocalist is singing a work, and that particular key is not comfortable for that vocalist. It's not in a comfortable spot, so to speak, for the vocalist, and we have to move to another key. And I certainly understand that, and I want the person I'm working with to feel comfortable, right? So that's where I use my transposition skills, and I transpose the key. I'll try to do it as quickly as I can. Sometimes you got to be quick in professional situations, right? So it comes in handy to be able to do this, right? Now, there are situations if you are on an electronic keyboard where you can hit a transpose button and it will do it for you automatically. So that's kind of the cheating way, and sometimes that works if you are playing something that's very complex and you have to obviously be quick and you don't have much time to do some of the preparation work to get it all done. And yes, it can be done that way, and yes, it's cheating in some ways, you could say. You're taking advantage of technology, right? So you want to be able to obviously be able to transpose without just using keyboards to do it for you. You want to be able to do it on an acoustic piano, and you want to obviously understand the intervallic relationships in music to be able to do this. So if you can take a piece of music and do this, it will help your sight reading skills as well. So if you are someone who's a good sight reader, maybe not great, but you're good and you can do it somewhat decently, if you start to take that piece and transpose it into another key, you'll be forced to think about the intervals a little bit more. You'll be forced to think about the relationships intervallically, and that will help your sight reading brain get even better. So I had a great teacher when I was studying at Cincinnati. He suggested taking chorales of Bach and transposing them. And he talked about how your sight reading skills will get so good after a while, after doing this. And I did it, and it helped me immensely. His name was Michael Chertok. He was a great teacher, great pianist. He still is. He's a phenomenal musician. So I took the advice, I did it, and I got so much better as a sight reader, and I really developed my skills as far as transposing is concerned. So it'll help you professionally in many situations, and it will help you as a sight reader, and it will help you understand the intervallic relationships between notes. You'll see families of notes, groups of notes, harmony, chordal structures. You'll see all these things. You'll be enlightened, so to speak, and that will help you not just as a mechanical sight reader, but as a performer. And that's important too. It's also helpful to be able to transpose from a theory perspective. So what I mean by that is to be able to write down and score out something in a new key. So if you take a phrase and you transpose it on paper, that will help you too. You'll start to see sequences, patterns, ideas that you may not have thought of. So when you do this, it may seem like a lot of work, but it will really help you. So do this kind of stuff. It will help you become not just a good musician, but it will help you become a great musician. And this type of hard work will pay off, and it will help you if you want to play professionally. You kind of need to do this stuff if you want to play professionally. You have to be able to sight read well. You have to be able to transpose. If you want to go into arranging, and if you want to go into orchestrating, and especially orchestration, yes, it's very important because you have to know how different instruments work as far as brass and woodwinds is concerned, because there's a lot of concepts that go on as far as what key the instrument is in the relationship between concert pitch and everything. So those are really important things when you are looking at the band and orchestra element as well, and arranging and everything. So that's important. Being able to read in different clefs is another thing as well, to not be able to just transpose in sight read, so to speak, in treble and bass clef, but to be able to do it in alto and tenor clef and understand that aspect of things as well is going to be really important. And sometimes you have to do that if you are someone who is seeking a career in orchestration. So be able to transpose if you want to become a good musician. Work on it. I know it can be painful. When I work on the achievement test element of things with my students, and we go through the sight reading and transposition, sometimes I can tell that the student would rather have a root canal performed than do this stuff. But once you get over that hump and you do the hard work, it will pay off, and you'll be able to sight read really well, and you'll be able to navigate through many musical situations. So work on sight reading, work on transposing. It will pay off for you in the long run. That is my advice. So it worked for me, and I know it can work for you. So if you have questions, you can email me at chrisbrentmusic@gmail.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website at www.christopherbrent.com. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.